Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to our channel, where today's focus is all about Sauk Rapids, Minnesota. Let's get started. Sauk Rapids is a city in Benton County, Minnesota, United States. The population was 13,862 at the 2020 census and is 13,896 according to 2021 census estimates, about a third of Benton County's population. It is on a set of rapids on the Mississippi River near its confluence with the Sauk River. Sauk Rapids is part of the St. Cloud metropolitan area. Welcome to the next segment, where we explore history and its significance in our journey. Sauk Rapids was originally little more than a forest of oak, maple and basswood trees along the Mississippi River until the first home was constructed there in 1851, a large mansion named Linden Terrace erected by W. H. Wood. Soon other settlers followed and the town was named Sauk Rapids after the rapids just below the Sauk River's mouth on the Mississippi. The new settlement was along the Red River trails. Soon a general store was built, then a hotel, and a large jail. The first settlers organized a church that was soon followed by a Methodist, an Episcopalian, and a Lutheran church. The first paper outside of St. Paul was the Sauk Rapids Frontiersman, founded in 1854. A flour mill was erected in 1875, but was destroyed in 1886. The first bridge was built in 1876, was destroyed later in 1876, and was rebuilt in 1879. The first school was built in 1886. In 1874, Sauk Rapids was the end of the line for the new railroad. Settlers from as far away as the Red River Valley brought their produce there to ship it. A 6-horse stagecoach made bi-weekly trips between St. Cloud and Crow Wing. In 1856, the county seat moved to Waitub, then returned to Sauk Rapids in 1859. A new courthouse was built, but in 1897 the seat moved to Foley, where it remains. In 1917 the courthouse burned down. Sauk Rapids was one of Minnesota's most important cities until 1886, when, on April 14 at approximately 4 p.m., a tornado struck the town. It swept through the center of the city, destroying all the stores. In Sauk Rapids, 44 people were killed and several hundred were injured. The Sauk Rapids Regional Bridge was completed in 2007. The new bridge links to 2nd Street rather than 1st Street, as the original Sauk Rapids Bridge did. Several buildings had to be demolished during the construction process, and some were rebuilt. Some sidewalks were repaved with cobblestone and the medians were filled with granite blocks. Without further ado, let's move on to the topic of geography. According to the United States Census Bureau, the city has an area of 6.35 sqmi, of which 6.1 sqmi is land and 0.25 sqmi is water. U.S. Highway 10 and Minnesota State Highway 15 are two of the main routes in Sauk Rapids. Other nearby routes include Interstate US, Highway 52, Minnesota State Highway 23, and County Road 75. Sauk Rapids is immediately northeast of the city of St. Cloud, on the east bank of the Mississippi River. The spotlight now falls on 2020 census as we delve deeper into its details. Race, ethnicity, Pop 2000, Pop 2010, Pop 2020, percent 2000%, 2010%, 2020, white alone, age 9,848, 11,978, 12,050, 96.43%, 93.78%, 86.93%, black or African American alone, age 58, 147, 327, 0.57%, 1.15%, 2.36%, Native American or Alaska Native alone, and age 27, 58, 78, 0.26%, 0.45%, 0.56%, Asian alone and age 80, 147, 256, 0.78%, 1.15%, 1.85%, Pacific Islander alone and age 424, 0.04%, 0.02%, 0.03%, some other race alone and age 38, 46, 0.03%, 0.06%, 0.33%, mixed race multiracial and age 83, 204, 626, 0.81%, 1.6%, 4.52%, Hispanic or Latino any race 110, 229, 475, 1.08%, 1.79%, 3.43%, total 10,000. 213, 12,773, 13,860 to 100%, 100%. Sauk Rapids, Minnesota demographic profile NH equal non-Hispanic. Note, the U.S. Census treats Hispanic Latino as an ethnic category. This table excludes Latinos from the racial categories and assigns them to a separate category. Hispanics or Latinos can be of any race. Get ready for a captivating exploration as we unravel the layers of 2010 census and their profound significance. As of the census of 2010, there were 12,773 people, 4,960 households, and 3,222 families residing in the city. The population density was 2,093.9 SCMI. There were 5,219 housing units at an average density of 855.6 SCMI. The racial makeup of the city was 94.9% white, 1.2% African American, 0.5% Native American, 1.2% Asian, 0.4% from other races, and 1.8% from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 1.8% of the population. There were 4,960 households, of which 36.6% had children under the age of 18 living with them, 48.9% were married couples living together, 11% had a female householder with no husband present, 5% had a male householder with no wife present, and 35% were non-families. 26.8% of all households were made up of individuals, and 9.2% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.49 and the average family size was 3.03. The median age in the city was 32.8 years. 25.9% of residents were under the age of 18, 9.8% were between the ages of 18 and 24, 31.2% were from 25 to 44, 22.4% were from 45 to 64, and 10.8% were 65 years of age or older. The gender makeup of the city was 48.8% male and 51.2% female. Welcome to the next segment, where we explore 2000 census and its significance in our journey. As of the census of 2000, there were 10,213 people, 3,921 households, and 2,599 families residing in the city. The population density was 2,234.1 SCMI. There were 4,017 housing units at an average density of 878.7 SCMI. The racial makeup of the city was 97.11% white, 0.57% African American, 0.31% Native American, 0.78% Asian, 0.04% Pacific Islander, 0.23% from other races, and 0.96% from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 1.08% of the population. There were 3,921 households, out of which 37.9% had children under the age of 18 living with them, 52.1% were married couples living together, 10.9% had a female householder with no husband present, and 33.7% were non-families. 26.2% of all households were made up of individuals, and 10.3% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.53 and the average family size was 3.09. In the city, the population was spread out, with 28.1% under the age of 18, 9.6% from 18 to 24, 33.4% from 25 to 44, 17.8% from 45 to 64, and 11.2% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 32 years. For every 100 females, there were 91.5 males. For every 100 females aged 18 and over, there were 86.1 males. The median income for a household in the city was $45,857, and the median income for a family was $53,938. Males had a median income of $36,074 versus $24,657 for females. The per capita income for the city was $19,510. About 2.8% of families and 4.9% of the population were below the poverty line, including 4.5% of those under age 18 and 10.2% of those age 65 or over. Let's zoom in on parks and recreation and understand its implications. City recreational facilities include 22 parks, nature preserves, paved walking paths, playgrounds, tennis courts, baseball and soccer fields, a golf course, public splash pad, and a wading pool. Now, let's delve into the intricacies of government and explore its various aspects. Sauk Rapids' city council consists of a mayor and 4 city council members elected at large to represent the community and legislate citywide policy. The mayor is Kurt Hunstiger, and the council members are Steve Heinen, Nick Sauer, Jason Ellering, and Ellen Thomson. They have the authority to pass and enforce ordinances, establish public and administrative policies, create advisory boards and commissions, and limit the number of garbage trucks traversing the city streets. The City Council also appoints a city administrator who oversees the city's day-to-day operations and implements the council's policies. As we embark on the next leg of our journey, let's unpack the layers of education and examine its core elements. Sauk Rapids has 4 public schools and 1 private: Mississippi Heights Elementary, Pleasant View Elementary, Sauk Rapids Rice Middle School, Sauk Rapids Rice High School, and Petra Lutheran School. In this chapter, we'll be unraveling the enigma of media and discovering its transformative power. The Sauk Rapids Herald is a weekly newspaper published on Saturday. Now, let's shift our perspective and explore notable people from a different angle. Raymond H. Bears, Minnesota State Senator, and educated Jerry Bowerly, Minnesota State Representative, businessman, and educated James Beatty, Minnesota pioneer and territorial legislator. Oliver Chehart, Mayor of Sauk Rapids, Minnesota State Representative, teacher, and businessman. Louis Mayo, Minnesota State Senator, physician, and lawyer. Bridget Jones Nelson, screenwriter and actress for Mystery Science Theater 3000 and Riff Tracks. Rick Repalski, MLB All-Star baseball player. Walter Fahrenheit. Rogushesque, Minnesota jurist and legislator. Jeremiah Russell, pioneer and territorial legislator. Share this video with your friends and spread the knowledge.